How to work with a software partner that feels like part of your team. And the reason this matters is because software success is rarely just about a single project. Most companies do not just need someone to build a thing and disappear. They need a partner who can understand the business, support the roadmap, help make decisions, respond quickly, and stay close as the product evolves. That applies whether you are building something new, improving an existing platform, or working with a retained delivery team over the long term. The problem is that many external partners never really become part of the business. They sit on the outside, they wait for tickets, they do not fully understand the product logic, they're slow to respond, the internal team still feels stretched, and over time the relationship starts to feel more like supplier management than a genuine partnership. That is where a lot of frustration comes from. So when we talk about partnership at NuForm, we do not just mean being friendly or easy to deal with. Those things matter, but they are not enough on their own. A proper partnership needs an operating model behind it, and we call this our one team partnership model. The idea is simple. If we're supporting something business critical, we should not sit on the outside of the business waiting for instructions. We need to become close enough to understand the product, the users, the commercial goals, the technical risks, and the internal pressures and the ongoing roadmap. That is what allows us to make better decisions together over time. There are 5 parts to this. The first is governance. Governance sounds boring, but what stops the relationship becoming messy, reactive, or risky? It means having the right communication rhythm, daily or regular check-ins where needed, weekly delivery updates, clear sprint reviews, stakeholder meetings at the right points, proper visibility of risks, decisions, blockers, budget, roadmap, and progress. It also includes all the tools, so ticketing, documentation, roadmaps, decision logs, and reporting. The point is not to create admin for the sake of it. The point is that everyone should feel able to see what is happening, what has changed, what needs a decision, and where the risks are. Good governance gives the client control without needing to become the technical expert. The second part is hyper-responsiveness. One of the biggest frustrations with external partners is when they disappear into delivery mode. You ask a question and then wait days for a proper answer. Something feels unclear, but nobody picks it up quickly. A risk appears, but it is raised too late. Or you do not know who to go to when something matters. That should not happen. Hyper responsiveness means there is a named commercial contact, clear escalation routes, fast response times, and proactive communication when something needs attention. It's not just about replying quickly, it's about making the client feel that someone is awake, close to the work, and taking responsibility. The third part is business integration. This is one of the biggest differences between a supplier and a genuine partner. A supplier understands the task. A partner understands the business reasons behind the task. For us, that means the whole team needs context, not just the project manager, not just the senior person on the account, but the designers, developers, QA, solution architects, and delivery leads all need to understand what the platform does, who uses it, why it matters, and what success looks like. That knowledge also needs to be documented and shared, so there is no single point of failure if one person is unavailable or leaves the team. This is especially important in a retained relationship, where the value comes from accumulated knowledge over time. When a team understands the logic of the product, they make better decisions. They spot issues earlier, they challenge things in a more useful way, and they are much less likely to blindly build the wrong thing. The fourth part is clear ownership. Every client is different. Some businesses have strong internal product owners, some have an IT team, some have senior stakeholders, but limited technical resource. Some need us to own more of the roadmap, delivery process, or technical direction. So the important thing is to define ownership clearly. Who owns the backlog? Who makes product decisions? Who signs off technical decisions? Who owns testing? Who owns release planning? Who is accountable for the outcome? If those things are not clear, relationships can drift. People assume someone else is making the decisions, priorities become unclear, and delivery slows down. Clear ownership removes that ambiguity. And now, fifth part is delivery method. So once the partnership is structured properly, the delivery itself needs to be highly visible and iterative. We do not believe clients should disappear for months and then see a big reveal at the end. They should see progress continuously. They should be able to give feedback at the right moments. They should understand what is working, what is changing, and what decisions are coming up next. That is why we use a highly iterative delivery approach, combining design, engineering, QA, and product thinking throughout the process. The goal is not just to move quickly, it is to move quickly while keeping control. And in an ongoing relationship, that delivery rhythm becomes even more important because the product is always evolving. So when you put all of this together, the model is really about trust over time. Trust does not come from saying trust us. It comes from visibility, communication, shared context, clear ownership, and a team that is genuinely invested in the outcome. This is what we mean when we say a software partner should feel like part of your team. Not because they sit in your office, but because they understand the business, communicate early, take ownership, and work transparently, keep learning in the product over time, and care about the result as much as the delivery.